Hello and welcome to more unhinged life updates from Brittany. Emphasis on the unhinged. Buckle up because the stories I have for you guys today, we're talking about Hinge. I decided to do a little life experiment where I tried online dating on the apps for the first time and just to see what's out there. And oh my goodness, do I have a lot to share. I've experienced the good, the bad, the ugly, the traumatizing, and then we're gonna loop back around because I feel like I cracked the code to online dating. And stay tuned to the end because there's some unexpected updates. So if you just want to be entertained by my crazy stories, or if you or someone you know is online dating or planning on trying online dating, definitely save this video and share it with them. So first of all, the last time that I was single, dating apps were not a thing. This was before Tinder, okay? That's how long ago it was. So now that there are dating apps, I have only heard horrible thing. Dating apps are the worst, so I had no interest. In fact, I was resolute in the fact that I will do just about anything but online dating because I've heard too many horror stories and I've been through enough. So I just wasn't gonna go there. And you saw, if you've been following along, I've had enough things happen recently, and those are just people I met in person. So then put online dating to the mix. I had even heard a statistic that like 70 to 80% of men on online dating sites are either avoidant, narcissists, in a relationship and cheating. That does not sound fun. So what changed my mind? One of my very good friends, she decided to try Hinge, and within a week, she met the most wonderful man. Then another one of my friends met an amazing guy on Hinge. All of us are in our late 30s with 2 kids, single mom, and they met great guys. I met them both and I'm like, it is possible. All I needed was a shred of hope and let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? I kind of went into this like, this is for fun. I'm trying it for 1 month and we're doing it for the plot. I also expected that most of these people and most of these dates were gonna be bad. You have to sort through the big haystack to find the needle, okay? Because you want someone special. Not everyone's gonna be special. So now let's get into the juicy stuff, because when I first got on Hinge, I went in without any sort of a plan. I was just winging it. I don't recommend this approach. And here are my top 3 horror stories. Now, the first day that I got on Hinge, this very cute, nice seeming guy was like, hey, do you wanna go grab drinks? I live like nearby in your area. And I'm like, oh, sure, let's go meet in a public location. Just get right to it. Why not? Let's just get our feet wet. So I meet this guy. He is kind of dorky, very smart, great personality. We're laughing. I'm not super attracted to him, but I'm like, you know what? He's got such a great personality and I feel so comfortable with him that maybe I'll give it another date. But I get home and I'm like, wait, I didn't even look this man up on Are We Dating the Same Guy? Hello, Brittany, like, have we learned nothing? So then I go, Are We Dating the Same Guy? I put his name in and there's a thread. So I look at the thread and what I saw, I wasn't prepared. And let's just say this man had a kink. I don't get it, but to each their own. I'm not gonna kink shame anyone, but I'm like, okay. And there was multiple accounts. So I did have to message him. I'm like, hey, is this true? And he's like, yeah. That's date number 1, kink guy. Next guy, I went to meet up with him and he actually was cuter than his pictures. He looked kind of like Jude Law, was very like charming, confident, almost like disarming because I wasn't expecting him to be so cute. And it was, let's call this guy Red Flag City. So this guy, I just say like, so when was your last relationship? Oh, 2 weeks ago. We broke up 2 weeks ago. Okay, so we're in rebound territory. He goes, oh yeah, but I guess we were together for 4 years. It's been 2 weeks, but I think I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I'm like, sure, buddy. I'm like, well, so what happened? He says, oh, well, I was at a strip club with some of my friends and she saw my location and she came to the strip club and saw the stripper giving me a lap dance and punched me right in the face. He then proceeds to tell me that he has 2 incurable STDs. And again, I'm not shaming. It's great and very admirable of him to be upfront about this. He tells me that he is voluntarily not on the medication for them that can help suppress it because he doesn't think that it does anything. And both of those stories pale in comparison to unhinged date number 3. This one is, I actually do think this one's funny. Match with this guy. We're talking on the phone and then we get on a FaceTime call. Okay, so we get on a FaceTime call and he looks a little like disheveled. He goes, oh, sorry, I just came from pickleball and I was about to shower and then you called and da-da. I'm like, okay, fine. So we're having a FaceTime chat. Everything's fine and normal. And then in the background, one of his dogs goes up to the door, like trying to get out, like let me out so I can go to the bathroom. So this man stands up. He's not wearing pants. He is not wearing pants and his flaccid, you know what, and then turns to the back and I get to see his hairy butt crack. Maybe the funniest thing about this is the next morning he sent me Apple Cash. And I'm thinking like this must be like a kink or something that he does this with women. He must do this with women. So yes, these stories, you hear them and you're like, Brittany, I thought this was supposed to be an encouraging story of what you learned and you can pass on about online dating. And it is, okay? So after the no pants guy, I was about to throw in the towel, okay? But then I'm like, you know what? I am trying this for a month. I did the premium, like Hinge X membership for a month. I'm like, I need to really take this seriously. I need a system. I'm just going in here blind and this is what I'm getting. I decided to create my own little set of rules. So I would say if you are considering online dating, I would recommend following these very strict rules because the key is you have to have parameters, be strict, and you have to be savage about cutting people who are not up to par. Here's the code. First thing, your profile, the way that I set up my profile, I could probably do a whole video on this. There's a lot to say, but the main important thing, of course, as much as we don't want to admit it, it's pictures. Make sure you have high quality pictures, and to find the best pictures of yourself, you are going to ask a straight male friend. You need a male's perspective of what of your photos look the best. Keep it classy. Now, I do recommend pay for premium. I think it's like $25 and there's some perks to the premium membership that are necessary, in my opinion. You get unlimited likes. You need to find them. Don't wait for them to find you, because the men in your likes, most of them, 99% of them are going to be crusty, dusty, musty, busty. It's gonna be so bad that you're going to be offended. But you know how to find what you're looking for? You have to find it. You have to identify it. And when you have Hinge Premium, you get unlimited likes. So I was going through, and if anyone looked good to me and my parameters, I'll send them a little message. Send a cute little flirty message instead of just a like. I will also say men do oftentimes tend to look better in person than their photos. I would say if you like the substance of the profile and you even kind of think that they could be attractive, go for it, okay? They might surprise you. Then, hopefully, ideally, guys are gonna start matching with you. They're gonna like you back, and you start the conversation. And here's where the rules get pretty strict. And I'm going to say, like, if you want to be serious and really find somebody who's great, cream of the crop, top tier, you have to follow this strictly. Okay, so once they match their conversational skills, for me, I don't want a dry texter. I want to see that they're putting in some effort in the conversation and they're giving me timely replies. And this is within Hinge, okay? So I want to exchange like 3 to 5 nice quality messages. You can sense somebody's excitement for you based on how much effort they're putting into the conversation and the timeliness of their replies. So if they are taking a day or two to reply to you, to me, they're cut. Because even if they say, oh, I don't check Hinge that often, well, you would if you were excited about me, okay? Once we pass that mark, what I did, and this is where things turned, this is where everything turned around. I said, let's get on a FaceTime call or a Zoom call. I want to get off the app and I want to have a quick little conversation, because what matters the most to me that you cannot tell on an app or through texting is what is your personality? How do we communicate? Do I find you attractive? You can get so much information in a very quick FaceTime call. And that right there is what completely changed it for me. Like once I found some good matches, good conversation on the app, I want a FaceTime call with you as soon as possible. I'm not looking for a pen pal. Ideally, if you're really hitting it off, the guy should ask you out on a proper date on the FaceTime call. Like, when can I take you out? I'm taking you out. Or at the very bare minimum, within 24 hours of that FaceTime call, if you are feeling him, if you want to go on a date, he has 24 hours from that FaceTime call to ask you on a proper date. And I'm saying this is where we are separating the men from the boys, okay? They should ask you on a proper date, a dinner date or a high effort, intentional, planned date. We're not going on a walk, we're not going for coffee, we're not going for drinks. And maybe prior to this, I thought, oh, that's fine, we can just meet for drinks. To put in the effort to plan a proper date shows that they want to invest in you and that they're excited about you. And that is what you want. Like, for me, I want someone who's excited about me, I'm excited about them. From doing that, the cream rises to the top. So again, you do the FaceTime, on the FaceTime call or within 24 hours, they ask you on a proper date. If they do not do that, in my strict mode, looking for somebody amazing, it's a no. I know, that's gonna be hard. Some of you are not gonna wanna cut someone off. You have a nice little FaceTime and they say, oh, let's go on a walk on the beach tomorrow. You think, oh, they do like me. To me, if you wanna be extra strict, I would say proper date or bust. And it might not be every person. This is, we're filtering. This is a funneling system, okay? You're trying to find the needles in the haystack. So let's just say that through that method right there, within a week, I met someone amazing. Everything I could want on a list of my ideal person and then some, because he's a real person, has a great personality. Now, all of that being said, it's new, so I'm not gonna say too much. From this point, also look at my last video where I share how to background check and just be safe and be smart in that regard. I'm now off of Hinge. My new guy, he's still in the 3-month observation window, so I don't get too excited, I don't get too attached. It's just like, we'll see. I hope it continues to go well. Remember, you date at the level of your standards and the level of your self-esteem. So if you can just have the self-worth to cut guys who are putting in low effort, who are not good communicators, who are dragging their feet, breadcrumbing you, you have to say, you know what? If they're not that excited about me, I'm not that excited about them either, and they've got to go, and I will find somebody who is. And also, I do want to say, I believe you date who you are. So I don't think it's reasonable to be looking for all of these qualities in a person if you don't possess those yourself. So continue to work on yourself, on your healing, on looking and feeling and being your best self. Become obsessed with your own life and your own passions and your own hobbies. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know if it would work, and I certainly didn't think it would work that fast. And even if it doesn't work out, I would go back in and I would just follow that same process. And again, I'm hopeful, and stay tuned if it ends up going well. Maybe I'll share more about that in the future. But I did want to come on here and give hope to any of the other single moms, single ladies, anyone who in the future may find themselves on the market again. You can find good people. There are good people out there. So I thought I would just come on here and sprinkle a little bit of hope, give a tangible strategy that I think will help filter out the bad and let the good, better candidates come to the top and give you the love that you deserve. We all deserve. We all deserve somebody who sees us, treats us well, appreciates us. And so I hope you find it. If you know anybody who is single, please share this video with them and let's help each other out. If you have any other additional tips, put them down in the comments. And with all that said, I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.